Okay, hi. Here we are with Emmanuel Sanchez, who's gonna fight against Georgi Karakhanyan. Before I ask anything about the fight, at the weigh-ins, you did a rap. How did you come up with that?
I just always have them on the top of my mind, man. You know, anytime I train, anytime I'm doing anything related to training, I'm always thinking, oh, hey, that rhymes with that. This goes with that. And I'm just like, oh, let's put it together. You know what I mean? The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, had his quotes. The famous one, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." You know what I mean? So I just think of all those things, and I try to put that on my own aspect.
Okay, so you're a freestyle rapper.
Yeah, I got a few tricks up my sleeve, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, Georgie is on a two-win streak right now. How did your training camp go, and how do you prepare for somebody who's as explosive as Georgie is?
I have a lot of explosive training partners, guys with many different backgrounds as well. Wrestlers, jiu-jitsu guys, pure strikers, you know what I mean? We're just some tough, hard-nosed guys. But and everyone in MMA is tough, man, everyone who, really puts the gloves on, gets taped up, and goes out there and fights, man, you're tough, and and if you even before that, if you make it through the training, through the diet, through everything that it takes to even make it to the cage, you've already proved yourself. Now it's just a matter of going out and having fun. So for me, it's just another dance under those lights.
Okay, so what do you think about him as a man and as a fighter?
I think he's great, man. He's a veteran. Like you said, he's explosive. He's strong. He's tough. He's durable. He's proved himself. He's got experience, but that's good. That just makes for a great fight, and that's great for me because I can get to go out there and prove to the world, Bellator, everyone, who I am and what I can do.
We just spoke with him as well. You've never been knocked out or something. What advantages do you think you have in this match against him?
Well, I feel like my fight IQ. I'd have to say more than anything. Yeah, you've seen me get headbutted, or you've seen me fight harder than I feel like I should have. That's the best way I could explain for those previous fights. But also, it was just fight after fight after fight. So it's tough because it's tough to learn something new, to break out of the same way you're fighting, if all you're doing is consistently fighting. Granted, I'm always training, but if it was just next opponent, it was tough. So I'm always looking to change, to evolve, to be something completely different that each opponent has never seen before, bring something different to the table. And I pride myself on the hit and not get hit, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I've never been dropped, I've never been seriously hurt, and in this sport that's so dangerous, and we got to be wise out there. You got to fight smart. I want a long career and my health outside the ring as well. So I pride myself on being a strong defensive fighter, but also technically aggressive. Still going out there, and I'm not running. I'm going out to still look out to finish the fight, of course.
You just spoke about fight after fight after fight. He fought 3 times in 7 months. Do you think that will take a toll on his body, or?
Perhaps, I mean, I fought 3 times in 5 months as well.
Yeah.
3 wins, back to back to back. All, man, after I fought within 2 weeks, I'd already signed the contract for the next fight. So, yeah, it does a little bit. Anyone, as a man, can say that they're exhausted. From training, from making weight, and then focusing on the next guy, then the next guy, and it's like it's hard to sleep at night or wake up in the morning thinking like, man, I got to think of this guy now and now this guy, and it's tough. But it is what it is. It's what we do. We're MMA fighters. We don't have an off season, so it's just time to go out there and always be ready.
Okay, so there's no off season. It's a new year, 2017. What can we expect from you?
Something completely different, man. Something completely different. 2016, I was able to show some, I feel like, great skill, and now just more finishes. Now I feel like I'm only 26 years old. I've only been being able to do this professionally, like for a living, for 2 years. I just started. It's just been barely 3 years. Come towards the end of this year that I've even signed with Bellator. So, I'm just hatching out of my egg, man. So right now I'm young, and I'm ready to go out and prove to the world who I am and what I can really do.
Well, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I wish you all the luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the interview.